Okay, so this is just how you do a collage. It's so easy. You just click on collage. Then you get to select pictures that you want to use. So let's use some lovely pictures of Darius. Once you've done that, hit load to all the pictures so that you can select from them. Obviously, you don't have to use all the ones that you pick. And if you want to add photos afterwards, you can always go to open photos and add some more. That's easy enough. Just on the far side here, you will be able to see all of the different layouts that you can use, the things that you can do. So the layout that I always use for Facebook shares is 1200 by 900. So I'm just going to type in 1200 by 900 here. That means that on Facebook you can see absolutely everything without having to click on it or having to do anything with it. So that's the ideal one for Facebook. There are other ones that you can use. So down here you can see all the different ones that you can pick from. So if you want different ones with different numbers of things in, you can set them so that you can change the different sizes as well. So some are squares and so on. So all different types there. So let's see if I just wanted to pick one photo. Let's say for instance I want that to be wider. I can just hover over the lines. I can make that wider. Like that. I can also move the photo within that if I wanted to. If I want to add another photo, and I can also do that, I can just drop one in and then I can put them in the middle, center them and so on. And then if I decide that I don't want one or I want to move them, I can take them all out and I can just delete and put different photos in. So I can change the size of those. If I want to put some, say for instance, I wanted to put some text in as well. I usually make a little bit of space where I can do that just by dropping an image in, making it the size of the text that I want, and then taking the image back out again, so that when I go to put some text in, then that's automatically set up. Make that bigger and make it. I can refocus if I want on a bit of the in. So that's basically how that works. And then once I've decided that I like it, I can change if I want a border, I just go to that panel there and then spacing, and I can make the border bigger if I want lots of white space, or I can make the border non-existent. Leave it with a little bit of border. I can also change the background colour of it if I decided I wanted a different colour. I can leave that as white. So that's basically what that does. And then when I go to edit, I can't then change any of the pictures in it. That's that. So once I've decided that I'm happy with my pictures, I go to edit. When I'm in edit, I can do different things, but the main thing that I can do is I can add text, which is what I wanted to do here. So this little T then gives me all the different fonts. So I can choose a font that I think I like. And I can resize that. I can move that wherever I want it to go. I can, if I wanted to, put some more details in and do whatever with the text, so that's just easy enough. But the other thing I can do is if I've got a little if I've got the emblem for the refuge, I can put an emblem in. I've been working on some little watermarks. I'm going to put a little watermark on. So I can use that in just an overlays. Like that. And if I wanted to do things, I put stars in or any of those things, I could put stars in if I wanted. I don't really want to, but I could. Why not? Let's give her a little star. You'll notice some of the features say Royale. That's just because they're paid to use. So if you've got something that you want to pay to use, then that's fine. I've got the Royale version, just because I can do different things like photo editing. Almost like, well, exactly the same as Photoshop, but less complicated. So I can do things like that if I wanted stars. I think I would look at one like that. That's basically how I do it. I can also, at this point, I can still change the colour of the background if I wanted to. I think. No, it's got rid of all the photos. So no, once you've got the photos and you've got the collage exactly how you want it, then you can't do anything with it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I would do. No, that's basically it. Just quickly, I'll just show you the editing facilities. Say for instance, I've just downloaded some new photos today, including the very lovely beagles that we walk. Where are they? So let's have a look for some beagles. Where are the beagles? Oh, there she is. There's that one that was hard to get. So I know I've got quite a good wide shot, but I want that nice close up of the face. So I'm just going to crop in on that. And because we're trying to make them all square for the new website, I'm going to make that square. Like this. But I can also see that's quite dark, so I can go to exposure and I can adjust the exposure. That's made it darker, so I'm just going to make it a bit brighter. And then I'm going to put some shadows in. Too much. And then I can also, and this one, this is a Royale feature, this is why I've got it, because it's not made the black pot, so I'm just going to burn that in a bit. And another thing you can do, this is fantastic, I love this very much. This is a Royale feature as well, I think. This is why it's worth fixing and paying for. I think it's something like, I don't know, €29 a year. Is because I can make the eyes pop and make the eyes brighter, which makes the eyes stand out. So you can just see the difference between before where they're quite dull and now really shiny. I can also just go back and burn a little bit more in. That's fantastic. If you've got too much light, just bring a little bit more detail and let the sun like that, and make it look more like a not too faded. Sometimes you can do. It's great. It's just exactly like Photoshop, but really, really simple. There you go. And I can even, if I wanted to, put fancy focuses on and do other things. So if I wanted to make documents or whatever. So there's all different things that you can use within there. There she is. So that's basically PicMonkey. It's really easy to use. It's got all of the best things that you'd want from Photoshop and none of the worst. What was her name? can't remember what she's called now. Beagle. She's called Beagle at the moment. And I always have it, if I'm putting it on the website, I always do it as 2000 pixels. That's alright for a nice square, but the dimensions that I use for Facebook are a little bit different just because it looks better. So there she is. And that's how easy it is to use. I love Picmonkey. So there you go.